Good morning. As I was listening to the testimonies and watching the videos and looking at everybody with the t-shirts, except Tom Whitford, he forgot his t-shirt. In West Virginia, you forgot in West Virginia probably. Yeah. It's so moving to me because I've told you before, but I am a result. I am a product of mission work, mission trips. I grew up meeting people from England, America, Australia who went to my little town in Peru where they brought clothes, they brought soccer balls, they brought friendship and hope into a town where there was no hope because we barely had a home where to stay and where to get food. So to me, mission trip is who I am. I breathe, I think about it, and I really love when I'm part of mission trips, like in the local community or to West Virginia. And tonight I'll be traveling to Peru, and then meeting the team next week. So I am really moved by Highland Presbyterian Church, by all the things that you do in the local community and overseas. So I just have a few thoughts I want to share with you. It's going to be a 2-page sermon, so that's half of my sermon. Somebody's clapping like, yeah. So you already heard some of the stories about West Virginia. So just to recap, we had about 54 people who went this time. 4 of them were young children, as you saw in the video. About 15 of them were youth, middle school, and high school. And then the rest of it, about 30 between young adults, college students, and adults. We stayed at West Virginia University, and we partnered with the Shack neighborhood, as you have seen the video and you heard from Darren. And the Shack neighborhood has more than 25 programs. Among them, house repair, after-school program, swimming lessons, and they do sports and so many. And it's amazing, like they have a small building. Like if you go to the Shack, you think that how did they do so much with that small building? And we were so amazed, and they were so excited to have us and to work together. But I also want to recognize probably one of the most active and awesome committee that we have with West Virginia Mission Trip. I'm going to mention their names. The chair of our committee is Mr. Jim Eberly. If he's here, he might be in the second service. But Jim Eberly is an awesome leader, a business person, but also does a great job with the team. And the team members are Chris McKim, I think it's over here. Andy Zeller is going to the second service. Pete Rothacker, I think it's in the back. Josh Whitmer, who is with our music. John Longenecker, Emily Longenecker, Noe Juarez, Jordan Eberly, Stuart Anderson, and Vicky and Bob Kutz. Let's give them a hand. They are a wonderful team. Throughout the year, we meet to plan, to talk about the feedback, and it's just an amazing team. And as you heard also, the youth and adults, we split in four work sites, and the children stay with Lori and they do the activities you just saw in the video. As you heard, some of the work were, and some of these works are not familiar with, so you might help me with some of this language here. We changed a deck, is that correct? We changed the deck. We put a new kitchen floor. We put a new stove in the kitchen. We put a new toilet. We changed doors. We built a 60-foot ramp. It's probably the biggest ramp that we have built as a church mission group. And the Shack site, probably for them also, was one of the longest one that we built. We replaced gutters. We built a stairway to heaven. So Andy Zeller might explain this better, but it was a long stair from the home all the way to the road. And because it was so hilly, it looked like the stairway to heaven. So that's what we called it. the people owning the homes, as you heard, Karen, Marie, Charlie, and who am I forgetting? Donna. They were older people with physical limitations, but they were so grateful. They were so happy that we were in their homes working. And I'm going to jump in my sermon just to say that when I was reviewing Isaiah 43, and then I found Isaiah 32:18, that might be another Bible verse for us to use in the future. It says, "My people will live in peaceful dwelling places, in secure homes." That's Isaiah 32:18. And to me, that's what we did in West Virginia. We helped these homes to be peaceful dwelling places and secure homes. And thank you again for all your wonderful work for that. As we heard before, we had lunch times, devotionals, and we talked about the theme, "Behold, I am doing a new thing." In the evening, we had worship services. We sang, "Here I Am, Lord," many times. We'll be singing it today at the closing service. And we give the hard-working award and the funny award, and we do God moments. So let me show you this so you have a better idea. So for the last 13 years, Highland Presbyterian Church went to Mars Hill, North Carolina. At that time, they called it the Duct Tape Award. And then now we call it the Hardworking Award. But look at all the signatures, all the names from all the years, all the way from 13 years ago. They will make it 2000, what year was that? 2002 when you started, 2003? My math is not good, so 2006. Okay, 2006. So all the people who have worked over the years, youth, adults, all of them have signed. And we should probably put this somewhere in Highland in our building so we can remember and we can be grateful for all God's blessings. So that's Mars Hill mission trip. So now I am doing a new thing. So let me show you the new one that we used this year. So the colors of West Virginia University, and all the people who have worked really hard, their names are here with the year 2019. So nobody in the back yet. So over the years, this will fill up. I don't know, it will take us 10 years, 20 years. I will retire before we fill this up maybe, yeah. So it's wonderful. I just wanted to show you what we do in the evenings, and it's just, and you saw the pictures in the video about this. So about the funny award, we also do funny awards. I want to show you how that looks like. Team, am I giving him too much? Should I keep this for ourselves? Is this okay? Okay, is this okay? Okay, okay. So the funny awards are usually something that happens, some funny stories, anecdotes, some things that you're traveling or you're working. So each team nominates persons, youth and adults, about something funny. So you can ask them some funny stories, and after service, maybe they can tell you. Okay. So they put this on. Let's see, I don't want to break this. They put this on, and they put the nose. I don't think it fits here, but yeah. And then they take a picture. That's the funny award. And then we do the God moments. And the God moments is when we share how did you encounter God during the day, where did you see God working in your life or in the home. And we have many of those God stories that and again, they can tell you after the service. Some of the lines, as you heard from Darren, at the end of the week, we have this beautiful worship service that we call Passing the Hammer. And some of the lines that we heard, and for me, that I will never forget, were this. Somebody said, we were a family. We helped each other. We cared for each other, and we cared for the owners of the homes. So that was a great way to describe the week. Somebody else says, I am glad I came with my dad, my wife, and my children. That shows the intergenerational mission trip. And one of the youth said, it's cool to help other people. And somebody said, and with tears in her eyes, I am glad to be here with my grandchild, which is very moving. So how about you? Because you don't want to just hear these stories and then go home. I want to encourage you, I want to challenge you with a few thoughts about mission. Using Isaiah 43, here are a few thoughts. The prophet Isaiah says in chapter 43, verse 19, we're starting even in verse 18. Forget the former things. Do not dwell in the past. Dwelling in the past means that sometimes we just remember things from the past and we don't want to make any changes. But as you heard in this mission trip, God is always inviting us to do new things, to go into new places, to search new opportunities. So I want to invite you to think about, in your own life, what new things my God guiding you in this time and in this place? Think about that question. What things my God guiding you in your own life that is new? The second thought is, I am doing a new thing. And as Darren mentioned, the Bible verse says, I am making a way in the desert, streams in the wasteland. The application of this is, trust in God. Trust that no matter what you are going through right now, God will make a way in your life. So the question is, what is God? What new thing is God doing in your life? And if you're going through a hard time right now, you might be with health or finances, whatever it is, just trust that God will do a new thing in your life. Do you perceive it? Asks the prophet. And I want to go back to the beginning of chapter 43 because I think it also summarizes a mission in general. The first verses of chapter 43 says, fear not, for I have redeemed you. I have called you by name. You are mine. And then it says, when you pass through the waters, I will be with you. And when you pass through the rivers, they will not sweep over you. When you walk through the fire, you will not be burned. So this is a beautiful word of prophet Isaiah, giving us the assurance that God is with us. Questions for us. What are the waters, the rivers, and the fires that we are going through right now? My God, protect us. My God, help us to keep doing local missions, regional missions, global missions, with God's help and God's protection. Like the Peru Mission Group, we will be safe and we will be protected and we will do a new thing. So, as I mentioned before, Isaiah 32:18 says, my people will live in peaceful dwelling places, in secure homes, and our lives be secure in God's presence and in God's home, now and forever. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen.